Let me introduce for our opening remarks from HP, Tara Egan.
Wow. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for being here. Especially thank you for your business. It's really my privilege to have a partner like Jerry and the team here. You know, you have a number of these folks, 15,000 to be exact in the U.S., and about 30,000 of them in what I represent, which is our Americas business. So that's U.S., Canada, Central America, the Caribbean, which is a nice place to have in your territory, South America as well. I want to just take about 10 minutes and welcome you here today on behalf of not only my company, but also LDI. And I want to talk to you about two things. One is a long history of really Hewlett Packard's commitment to three very important core milestones that we continue to try to hit every day. One is corporate responsibility. You know, a lot of focus in our company about ethics and really from the founders, Bill and Dave. Social responsibility, which is a huge part of what we try to bring to market, not only through our products, but also as people in our communities. And third, but surely not least, it's environmental responsibility, which is what I want to talk to you about today. I also want to talk a little bit about the forward thinking that we have around technology offerings in the marketplace, and specifically for you folks in the room. You have, probably just by being here, something in your title that says sustainability, something that really gives you a sense of passion and commitment to do something different in your job about the environment. And it's really what brought me here. About 24 months ago, I was asked to be a part of a leadership team inside of HP on behalf of the imaging and printing business. And I didn't really know what that meant. And sometimes when you get asked to sit on committees, you're like, are you actually going to do something? But pretty much I knew that if I was on that committee, I would do something. And that's what I've been doing for 24 months on top of my day job. I'm really, as Jerry said, in charge of business strategy. So I look at the marketplace around our region. I understand where the market has to be, where it's going to go from an economic, social, and or other trends standpoint. And then I try to optimize that in a plan that actually gets implemented and executed to meet our financials. Beyond that, what we started to see about really 2 years ago is I think a deeper commitment by IT managers, facility managers, folks and companies that were really looking to do something completely different in their business based on the fact that they had this personal calling or this personal commitment to do something more environmental. I also think for whatever the recession or depression or whatever we want to call it is, it's also forced people to really think differently about how they spend money, not only personally but professionally. So in parallel with a lot of sustainability momentum, and I think a generation that sits, as I look across this room pretty much below us, pushing us to do things better in business and do things better in our community, we've really been forced to look at things differently in our company. So we've had redesign teams look at products. We just a couple of weeks ago introduced the P2055. It is part of an eco-solution portfolio that not only the printing group, which is where I sit, has brought to market, but also where other parts of HP's business is, servers, storage, services. We have really reinvented the way that we go to market and approach you in the marketplace through partners like LDI. But we've made a commitment to do that from a product lifecycle standpoint all the way out to the things that we can actually do in market and in community. So educational opportunities like this. We've also partnered with a number of organizations around the world, Global Green, Greenpeace, et cetera, to really complement our brand, but also to bring a lot of value to their brand. What we've also tried to do is really talk the talk and walk the walk. And about, I think it's 2 weeks ago, as I look at my colleague, Libby Nagel, we did a pretty special thing in my own community where we actually helped the small business community inside of where I live, which is Rockland County. We actually took my village and we approached about 35 different businesses with that new product, the P2055, and for free we gave them to them for two reasons. One is small businesses have really struggled in this economy, not only to try to sustain what business they have as a restaurant owner, as a small service provider, a small architectural legal firm, but also how to really get through this. And so it was a really incredible event that it was nice to actually be a part of and actually be inventive around. The other thing I'd like to say about HP is, really take a completely different look at our company all the time. And it's really through not only the portfolio I talked about, but it's also the things that we're actionable and that we do. And the things that we embrace through partners like LDI. I think today you'll hear a lot of terrific insights about your particular industry, but also know that when we understand your pain points or the things that you really need to do differently, we'll also place the right technology, the right services, the right kind of software and solutions to really help you do three things. One is to reduce cost. And as my CEO has said over and over, green is not only good for business, but it's, good for the world. And it really is good for business when you really start to understand the total cost of printing and what you're doing, especially in your business. The cost of paper is astronomical. If you're not doing duplex, if you're not automatically sending anything, multifunction devices to printers to duplex, then you're losing a lot of money there. The other thing that we really encourage you to do is to look at energy savings. And in energy savings, although printing, the cost of paper outweighs the cost of energy, we have really focused on a portfolio that focuses on Energy Star certified, looks at technologies like Instant On, which allows the printer to go on and off by itself, as well as Instant Off, and to look at things that really help you not worry about it. If you're an IT or facilities manager, but also if you're a sustainability manager, we have features in there that are pretty easy for users to just have versus have to worry about. And then the last thing is deliver results. I can tell you on average that if you go out to our website, hp.com/ecosolutions, we have a very inventive online product there called the Carbon Calculator, which will help you assess how much you're spending in paper as well as in energy. And what we've been able to see on average, no matter what size of the company, if you take action with the direction that we're giving for you for free, with the help of Jerry's team that it can actually implement and execute it, on average we're seeing about a 30% savings overall in paper, which is actually a little bit more most of the time, energy savings, and then the total cost of what you're doing around consumables as well as hardware. I'm going to leave you with a really special quote from David Packard. And sometimes I almost choke up when I read it. And he said this in 1947. Many assume wrongly that a company exists to make money. The real reason HP exists is to make a contribution, to improve the welfare of humanity, to advance the frontiers of science. Profit is not the proper end and aim of management. It is what makes all the proper ends and means possible. Like I said, I can't say that quote. Libby's heard me say it a couple of times without getting choked up. But really, on behalf of HP, thank you for your business. Thank you for your future business. Thanks for attending here today. And Jerry, as always, thanks for the opportunity to be your partner.